Hi there, Richard Tubb here in the Tubbservatory, keeping my eye out for top resources to help you to grow your MSP business. So without further ado, here are my 5 a week from the MSP space.
Hi, Stephen McCormick here in the Tubbservatory, once again keeping my eye out for the best tools and resources to help you to grow your IT business. So here are my 5 a week from the managed service provider space. Lloyd's of London has indicated that it would instruct its insurance groups to exclude catastrophic nation-state cyber attacks from cyber insurance policies from the 31st of March 2023. Underwriting Director Tony Chaudhry said Lloyd's remains strongly supportive of cyber insurance, but said state-backed attacks have the potential to greatly exceed what the insurance market is able to absorb. In April 2022, revenue platform provider Zomentum commissioned an independent study to look into SaaS buying for small to medium-sized businesses. The aim was to find out how SMBs view technology, what they look for from their technology providers, and how it drives the growth of their business. It also explains why partners are critical to the buying process for SMBs and how to influence decision makers, so it's definitely an interesting read for any MSP. As we all know, the world of MSPs has evolved from an open table of opportunity to a highly competitive field, and one in which time is a precious commodity in short supply. This article from SuperOps highlights 4 areas which can easily consume our precious time if we let them get out of hand. The areas highlighted include project management, IT documentation, and team training. Celebrating its 12th year, the Managed Services Summit UK is being held again in London on the 14th of September 2022. The event is to be centred around the changing role of the MSP in today's market and will feature a number of presentations, panels, and networking opportunities, as well as split sessions aimed at business leadership or technology leadership throughout the day. And finally, what was the big mover and shaker from the tech world in the year you were born? This fascinating list, compiled by Adrian Willings of PocketLint, lists an impressive collection of iconic and game-changing pieces of technology from 1960 right up to 2020. Items include the Atari 2600, the Sony Walkman, and the yuppie favourite, the Motorola Dynatac 8000X cell phone, amongst many others.
Now, navigating the current cybersecurity landscape can be a challenge, so if you need advice on building a security stack for small and medium-sized businesses, then this on-demand video from a recent joint webinar from Atera, ThreatLocker, and JumpCloud can help you. The 3 also offer tools and resources that will help you make informed decisions, saving you time, money, and resources in the long run. Talking of cybersecurity, if you're not aware of the CompTIA Information Sharing and Analysis Organization, or ISAO, then you really should take a look. The ISAO tailors proactive threat intelligence and actionable analysis to meet the needs of technology vendors, managed service providers, solution providers, integrators, distributors, business technology consultants, and your customers. It's well worth checking out to proactively help you with your cybersecurity. Now, I always say that you can be the best IT company in the world, but if nobody knows about you, what is the point? So to help you market your MSP, Nikita from snov.io writes a guest post for Wishpond sharing 7 useful productivity Chrome extensions for marketeers. From cutting-edge technology to ancient technology that is still being used today. BBC Tech reports that a Japanese minister has declared war on the old-fashioned floppy disk, which is still shockingly being used in over 1,900 government processes in Japan. And finally, MSP conference season is here, and it kicks off with 2 big events on either side of the pond. September the 11th to the 13th sees DattoCon 2022 take place in Washington, D.C., and Team Tubb's very own Claire Jenks will be in the USA to report on all the activities. Meanwhile, on the other side of the pond, here in the UK, I'll be attending the Managed Services Summit in London on September the 14th. News that password management company LastPass has issued a notice of a recent security incident. An unauthorized party gained access to portions of the LastPass development environment through a single compromised developer account. They took portions of source code and some LastPass technical information, but no user systems were affected. And for me, LastPass are to be commended for being so transparent about this incident. And talking of cybersecurity, when was the last time you reviewed your MSP's cybersecurity policy? cybersecurity. In this video, cybersecurity expert and former MSP owner Mostyn Thomas joins Philip Morgan from Pax8 to share the biggest threats to MSPs and the practical steps you can take to ensure your MSP organization remains protected against those who are looking to profit from your hard work. So I'd strongly encourage every MSP to watch this video. And talking of Pax8, they've announced their next cybersecurity masterclass for UK partners on the 24th of November 2022 in Bristol. Amongst other benefits, attendees will be able to understand what is needed to achieve Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus, two very important milestones for MSPs. And still on the subject of cybersecurity, and cyber criminals are constantly refining their tactics and making their attacks more difficult to detect. So this free ebook from Barracuda on spear phishing, top threats and trends is an essential resource for MSPs. In the ebook, Barracuda shares the latest methods attackers are using to trick their victims and the best practices MSPs can use to protect your business and your client's business from these evolving threats. And finally, during the month of September, I'll be a part of the Ultimate MSP Podcast Crossover event, and that means you can win big. Throughout September, I'll be joining the world's top MSP podcasters for a cross-podcast event, and you can win $1,000 by posting about this event on LinkedIn. Use the hashtag MSP Podcast Crossover to enter the draw. So a podcast that's caught my ear recently was MSP marketing expert Paul Green talking about a clever search engine optimization or SEO idea for MSPs to help you rank better for local searches in Google. Make sure to download this episode in your favorite podcast player and have a listen. Now, if you've not already heard me talk about the opportunities for MSPs in the alternative cloud, then here's a chance to bring yourself up to speed. I was recently interviewed by Swapnil Bhatia for the TFIR video show to talk about how the alternative cloud provider can help MSPs grow their business. Alternative cloud providers like Linode can help you to reduce your cost of support in order to increase your MSP profits. What will the data reform bill mean for UK businesses operating in the European Union? Well, that's the question Peter Galdiz, founder and senior consultant at DQM GRC, asks in this article for ComputerWeekly. Now, GDPR has not gone away with Brexit, and so UK MSPs should read this article to be aware of the upcoming challenges for them and their clients. Do you need help with your Microsoft 365 work? Do you want to find the right answers quickly? Do you want access to PowerShell scripts and how-to guides that will speed up your 365 support and projects? If so, you'll be interested in this short video from Jason Kemsley at Uptime Solutions talking to their partner, MSP Scott Riley at Cloud Nexus, about their new M365 Masterclass. If you use M365 in your MSP business, then the M365 Masterclass is well worth being aware of. And finally, the Women in Tech Festival 2022 takes place in London on the 3rd of November 2022. Diversity, innovation, and empowerment are the themes for this event, organised by Computing and CRN. Some of the amazing ladies in tech who are presenting include MSP branding expert Claire Jenks, Samantha Kemp of IMMO Investment Technologies, and Jane Deal, the IT director of the Law Society. SuperOps CEO Arvind Parthiban has started his own blog. It's packed full of wisdom and insights from this serial entrepreneur. I'd especially encourage MSPs to read the article on the 5 kinds of people a founder should have around them, which can make all the difference between success and failure. Now, environmental, social, and corporate governance, or ESG, is fast becoming a key focus for businesses looking to make a difference to people and the planet. Now, privacy is a fundamental area of ESG, and so this article from Robert Ball of Keepabl, a GDPR platform for MSPs, gives a step-by-step guide to privacy and ESG. For those MSPs who want to be seen as more than just the IT guys, this knowledge is valuable. A podcast that caught my ear was the ComputerWeekly Downtime Upload podcast. Hosts Claire McDonald, Brian McKenna, and Caroline Donnelly talk about a variety of interesting topics for IT businesses, and I'd recommend checking out the episode on the metaverse and women in software as a good starting place. Now, if you have clients with regulatory requirements or indeed high levels of security precautions, then you may want to consider Acronis' advanced file sync and share tool. Oh, and a heads up that Acronis are currently offering a promotional rebate for MSPs when you switch to Acronis Cyber Protect Cloud. And And finally, an upcoming webinar that I'm very intrigued by is Standardization Sales, how consistency shortens your sales cycle. The webinar takes place on Wednesday, the 5th of October, and the event features Zomentum's Ben Spector speaking with Yusuf Yagane, the Managing Director of Microbyte Solutions. The two will discuss the secrets of selling standardized services.